So I feel like we hear a lot about ABR and trying to figure out, whenever you start off with residency, what are these exams that you're going to be taking? And a lot of it you feel kind of in the dark.
I think that there's just a lot of anxiety and mystery when you're on the trainee side and you're trying to think about what the exams entail and how to adequately prepare for them. One of the things that came out of our conversation was really not just about the components of the test, which is helpful because we can share that with our residents and really bring that back to them for some added transparency. But I think the level of thoughtfulness and underlying pedagogy that goes into compiling the test, reviewing the test for accuracy, ensuring that there's quality assurance on the back end once the test has been completed. I think those are all things that provide a real source of confidence to those of us who are trying to counsel trainees about taking the exam.
I think concerns of candidates going through the process, one of the biggest concerns is the fact that this is a very long process. The radiation oncology board certification process involves 4 separate exams, 3 written and 1 oral exam that span over 3 or so years at this point. So I think the time involved, and each time a candidate is taking one of these exams, there's a lot of stress that's associated with that. There's a significant time commitment. And for folks that are also, towards the end of residency, they're, whether they're in their first job now and having to take time away from not only working full time, but also their family and other obligations. So that's a big component of the initial certification process in radiation oncology.
We were on this committee through the height of COVID and all the adaptations that were required for that. To go from exams that are done at a Pearson View Center, computer center, to having them on the students' computers or the residents' computers, and then going from an oral exam that was in person to on Zoom essentially, into the changes that have occurred. It's just a huge change that many boards are making, but I think the ABR pivoted quickly, which was really great.
I think looking back over the past few years, we've seen how the ABR has listened to resident feedback and how our voices have been heard, and being able to continue to advocate for my fellow residents and being able to share our concerns. I would like to be able to look back and see the changes that the ABR has made on our behalf on what we've discussed.